Hello, travelers. I'm venting. Nothing I say in this video, I highly doubt, applies to any of you travelers, my listeners. If you are subscribed to me, then that tells me you're something else, because I can be an asshole. I have, on occasion, many occasions, been an asshole. Oh, you got something to say about that, Todd? What you got to say about that, baby? What you got to say about that, baby? So, but I leave comments. By the way, if you're ever wondering if my channel's inactive, just look in my playlist. If I update every day, I'm updating my playlist, so that'll give you a good marker as to where I'm at. However, okay, so I leave comments. There was you remember that mask that guy was wearing, and everybody started talking about it because it was clearly a rubber or silicone mask neck here, and every time he talked it would move. There were people out here actually, I think that, knowing me, I probably left a comment like, if you think this is not a mask, you're a dumbass. I got a response. And they're like, "Are you mad, bro?" Because it was a comment that said it was a computer glitch, and I was like, if you can't tell that's a mask, you're a fucking idiot, bro. Are you mad, bro? Yeah, bro. I am. So, like, if somebody's legally blind and they can't see, they are considered handicapped, okay? They don't have the opportunity to accept what their eyes are seeing, okay? This is a handicap. Now, I've owned a couple masks in my life. I've owned many masks in my life, actually. But there's two. I remember I was a kid and I was trick-or-treating, and Terminator 2 had come out, and it was I don't want to say rubber mask, but it was like, yeah, but it was like half machine, half Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I wore that trick-or-treating one year. And because I was a kid and I'm not filled out, that neck piece wouldn't just go sit under my shirt, okay? And so whenever you move your mouth, the neck piece moves with it because it's not pulled tight, okay? So when you see, it's not a shadow from his mouth moving. It's literally, have you never gone trick-or-treating? Have you never worn a mask before? You don't believe what your eyes see. And I believe the book 1984 says something about that. Now imagine if you were like blind, deaf and dumb. Like, imagine if you couldn't trust what your eyes see. You can't listen when someone's trying to tell you something. And maybe you're just, your operating capacity is not, you can't get on a wave runner or a jet ski and recreate Miami Vice speedboats going to Cuba for lunch and mojitos, okay? You know, you just, there's a difference, and that's okay. That doesn't make you a bad person. This is not some moral something or other. But imagine if you can't trust what your eyes see, you can't listen when people are trying to explain things to you, and yet you can't process at that speed. Now imagine if a blind person is considered handicapped. You would think a blind, deaf, and dumb person is considered handicapped. Why would you give that person the power to vote on policies that affect you and your family's lives? They can't see, they can't hear, they can't even really understand what's going on, but yet they have the ability to affect your life. Or operate motor vehicles, like very heavy bodies of metallic or hard plastic substances at high speeds around you and your family. Like, are you mad, bro? Yeah. 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 And you know, if I was being honest with myself, I'm not just venting to my subscribers. There is a small part of me that hopes that somebody I cuss out in a comment section comes and listens to this video. It's a little bit. It's a little bit. We gotta stay honest with ourselves. Do we though? Because that might be the problem. It seems to be the problem that I have with other people. So if that's my problem I have with other people, maybe being honest with myself, you know what, I can't violate that principle. I'm just gonna have to stick by it. I gotta, man. You gotta hold on to some things in your life. For me, that's one of them. I gotta be honest with myself. What do you think about that, Taco? It'll chill you out, bro. It'll take that half a chihuahua you got in you, and it'll really just calm you down a little bit. Next time.